Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7 Now today. Got some more Guild Wars for you guys. That's right, jumping into this session here, decided to honor some comments that we're actually requesting for certain units. This time around, we're going to be trying to use Sinful Angelica in some Guild Wars to showcase what she can do. She is kind of hard to pull off in RTA just based on the current meta and how aggressive things can be, but also because of how situational she can be as an anti-revive unit. She does have her applications, of course, but it's going to be harder to pull off in RTA than it is in something like, let's say, a Guild War here. So in the first team, we're actually going to go ahead and fight this Harsetti, Fireflawn, and Mort team. It's a very common defense team. You guys are probably fighting it all the time and are, well, sick of it. So this time, we're going to actually bring in our Zeo here, who's going to go first against the Harsetti. He's actually going to be able to take the first turn. I'll probably end up using the S1 into the Harsetti, pushing up my Fireflawn. Fireflawn can S3, pushing up my Eligos. Eligos can go ahead and probably just kill off the Fireflawn, and then we'll snowball our advantage from there. Mort will have a pretty difficult time against two fire units, and Harsetti, well, hopefully she won't be able to do much after Fireflawn is kind of done with her there, but we'll have to see. For the second team, this is where Sinful Angelica comes in because there's an Arbiter of Vildred on the other side. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Sinful Angelica's buff, she now dispels 2 debuffs from your allies when she uses her S3. Fantastic stuff, because most debuffers now inflict 2 debuffs at a time, like New Moon Luna, for example, who we're up against. So she'll be able to cleanse things like the Unbuffable and such, and then grant the immortality and increased effectiveness to herself for 2 turns, and increase attack and speed of everyone else for 2 turns as well, which is really nice. For her passive, she makes it so that enemies cannot revive. Just the first line right there, right? And that's huge. That's mainly the changes that happened here. Her S1 also now has a chance to defense break, which is amazing for her dual attacks that she has in her kit. But let's go ahead and take a look at her teammates here. So Arby is gonna not be able to revive with Sinful Angelica on the team. We also have Watcher Shuri here with a 10 speed imprint for her, so she's gonna be pretty speedy, 280 something speed, right? Hopefully gonna go right after the New Moon Luna. If we go before the New Moon Luna, we might be in trouble. Hopefully we're not a little too fast. I'm a little afraid of that, but we're on a speed and torrent set here with our Watcher Shuri, so he should be able to make quick work of the Dragon Bride Senya on the opponent's side. And we also have a Melissa. So Melissa is a unit that I've really wanted to use for a while now, especially after her, what, like 10 rounds of buffs that she's gotten over the years. But she is on a speed and pen set. She's currently on Tagahel's Ancient Book, and she is also on her EE that increases attack for herself for 2 turns after using the S3. This will make it so her S2 hits a bit harder, which is great because you want it to extend her immortality. Sinful Angelica is also on an attack imprint, helping out the 2 damage dealers here. So we'll go ahead and attack and see what we can do. Hopefully it will go in our favor. So let's start off here. Yeah, see, looking at the turn order, we see that speed RNG is kicking in and their Fireflawn is going to be going first. So we are going to go and hit the Harsetti here. We got an S1. This will dual attack with our Fireflawn. It pushes her up, and then we can go for the S3. This should kill the Harsetti. And if this kills Harsetti, then Eligos is going to come in and deal quite a bit of damage to my opponent. So it doesn't matter who he attacks, actually. Oh, well, he goes to the Fireflawn. Beautiful stuff. Look at that. Okay, he hits there, misses. It's okay. What I could do is actually... Fireflawn is there. We could S1, but... I think it's probably... Yeah, you know what? We could just S1 here. This will kill the Fireflawn. We can save the S3 for later, because he actually dual attacks. Not that it matters. He has an increased 50% hit chance here. But it's fine. So we're going to go ahead and get hit by the Mort. It's okay. Fears inflicted. That is fine. I think at this point, unfortunately, Eligos won't be able to do much else. But we can go for... We'll just go for an S1. Why not? Just go with this. Dual attack here. S1 with the Fireflawn. Zeo should be able to lap back around anyway. So we should be okay. Yeah, Zeo's gonna lap back around, and then we're just gonna S1 to dual attack the Fireflawn once more. So Zeo really didn't need to do anything besides become a, like, an extra turn for the Fireflawn, right? Okay, so going to this team. Luckily, the New Moon Luna is pretty fast. I expect these Guild War Lunas to be pretty fast. Yeah, that was actually 2% faster than my Sinful Angelica with a speed imprint. That's impressive. So, what we're going to do is we're going to S3, right? And this will cleanse the debuffs off of all of my units. Giving the attack buff, giving the speed buff, which is huge. And now we can come in and try to kill. So, the Watcher Shuri, ooh, Arby's actually pretty fast. I will go for an S3. I could actually soul burn this. We can soul burn. Let's go into the Dragon Bride Sentinel. Let's go for this. Try to inflict curse onto her. There you go. Beautiful. We take a second turn. This will kill the Arbiter Vildred. He's a fast Arbiter Vildred. So we're going to go for this. Gonna get the kill. So pushes up the Watcher Shuri. Dragon Bride Senya procs. It is fine. So the curse damage, look at that, actually put in a lot. Took away the barrier there, and now we can use Watcher Shuri to clean up. Gonna go ahead and kill the Dragon Bride Senya. She cannot revive. Did not expect her to be a holy sacrifice, but look at that. Sinful Angelica doing some good work here. Might as well just soul burn this. I know she has a skill effect nullifier. It does not matter. Alright, and we're gonna use Melissa to finish things off with an S2. And there you guys have it. A nice, clean team here. Gotta love to see it, guys. This is a pretty aggressive team, actually, using Sinful Angelica. But if it works, I mean, it works. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and jump into the second match here. Hopefully we can finish off this middle tower. Now the first team we're going up against is an A Tywin team. It's actually a very common A Tywin, Emma Politis and Genoa team here. A really annoying one at that. But one way that you can beat this is to use New Moon Luna with Requiem Rowana and any other kind of filler unit here that can deal with killing the Genoa, right? So the main thing here is New Moon Luna cannot be pushed back or affected by anything from this Emma Politis if you run her on an immunity set. I'm running mine on Tagahel's Ancient Book so I can soul burn her S3, but because of her skill effect nullifier and her passive, she's not going to be moving in the combat readiness bar. 280 something speed, there's no way this Tywin and Genoa are equal to me in speed here. So this ML Politis is going to go, New Moon Luna's fine, but what happens is, Requiem Rowana, when I take the turn with my ML Luna, is going to also take the turn afterwards, right? She's going to gain that combat readiness, and she is also on Tagahel's Ancient Book. Mine is on about 260 effectiveness. That's all you really need is effectiveness to push everybody back. When you S3 with the Rowana, it resets everyone's skills, pushes everyone back, and then it will push up my Summertime Assyria. You don't need Summertime Assyria here, you can use a plethora of other units, but Summertime Assyria is kind of nice because she will S2, put bombs on everybody, push herself up, push up the team, and then you can detonate all those bombs that are on your opponent. You also get some free soul burns for some extra bombs as well. So she's just a fun unit that I want to use here. This is my build. She's relatively tanky. She's on her own artifact, and she is on the EE where she detonates bombs on her S1. So yeah, she basically turns into like a better Fire Flan. Not Fire Flan, Pirate Captain Flan. Alright, moving on to the second team here, we have a really weird team, actually, a Fire Ravi, a Celine, and another Arbiter Vildred, so it's actually perfect for this Singelica showcase. We have Singelica here, again, same thing that you saw earlier. She's on Prophetic Candlestick for the resets. She's going to get hit quite a bit in this match here, hopefully, if this match lasts a while. If it doesn't, then it doesn't really matter. If there are short matches that you're planning on fighting, it's actually probably best that you use Bastion of Hope, which gives her about 70 more effect res, which is really nice. If I self-imprint her here, she'll have like about 225, so 70 more. She's almost 300 effect res, which would be pretty solid. Currently using her on the team imprint though, because that will help out quite a bit with boosting the damage of my Roy and my Fire Flan. So I'm using Roy and Fire Flan here. These are the stats. Roy's on Chatty, and Fire Flan, these are her stats. She's on her own artifact. The reason why I'm using them here is because Fire Flan has 100% evasion against the Celine, always. So if Celine S2s into the Fire Flan, she'll never hit her. If Celine S2s into the Roy, because we have a non-attack skill in the form of Singelica, Celine's going to hit Roy, it's going to proc his Chatty, he will not die. He cannot take more than 51% of his health as damage, so it takes at least 2 hits to kill him, and with Chatty, it's probably going to take closer to 4 hits to kill him. So he's going to be relatively safe. He also has elemental advantage over the Celine, and both of these units are good into Fire Ravi. They're very strong, and Fire Ravi can hardly hit them and heal, right? Because of the evasion and because of Roy's kind of damage limit buff that he has in his passive. Alright, so you see here, the ML Politis goes, pushes us back. We don't really care. We have a speed down on everyone, but it's fine. Requiem Rowana jumped up in the combat readiness bar because New Moon Luna is taking a turn. We're going to seal Soulburn to guarantee it. Don't want to be greedy here. And because a Tywin's sealed, he actually can't do anything about this. So Requiem Rowana is going to S3. We're going to use Summertime Assyria to push up the team. Now, this... there you go. So the speed down on our side is not really going to matter all too much. Bombs on these 2 units, we can actually go ahead and Soulburn for free. Bomb the A Tywin, just to make sure he's stunned. And then we can, we could S3 here, but I think I might as well just kill the Genoa. He's about to take a turn. So we go for this. Boom. Alright, there we go. And I will just go for an S3 here. Right, Genoa's still going to be sealed for the next turn, so we don't really have to care, as long as everyone is stunned. There you go. Oh, well, there you go. That killed the Genoa anyway, so it didn't really matter. And at this point, we can go for the... Could go for the ML Politis, but I think the... let's go for the ML Politis. Any unit that gets killed is probably going to benefit us. We can probably just stun the A Tywin if we really need to. Here, with the Summertime Assyria. That's a good defense break. So let's stun here. Oh, he resisted the bomb. That's okay. We lap and take another turn, so we'll just go for the kill on the ML Politis, and then we'll go with the Requiem Rowana. Alright, so he will S3, he will ignore res, he will stun everybody. It's gonna suck. However, it is okay, because we are faster, so we will lap. There you go. So he hits the Rowana, it is fine. We'll go for the S2, and it's pretty much over. So yeah, going for the ML Politis was, I think, just a safer bet, because then ML Politis won't be dual attacking with this A Tywin, because I doubt we'd be able to finish the A Tywin. If we couldn't kill him, then he'd be dual attacking with ML Politis. It would actually do a lot more damage than we would have take otherwise, right? So this team has a, okay, it's about 190, 180 something Celine, right? My Flawn's 190. It looks like it's a standard RB, so not like a counter RB or anything like that. We'll go for the S3. So the good thing is Sinful Angelica is going to be immortal, right? And because we have 2 fire units, Earth Celine, when she goes for her S3, oh good, look at that, hit the Roy, hardly did anything. When she goes for the S3, she's always going to hit Sinful Angelica, because the other 2 units are fire, and the AI will never hit someone that has elemental disadvantage if they can help it. That actually proc Candlestick too, which is really good. Shortens the time for our S3 cooldown. Now we can go ahead and try to kill Roy. If I can kill Roy here, or sorry, kill Arby with Roy. There you go. Look at that. No revives. We are looking good. At this point, I could go for an S3 into the Fire Ravi. I think I might as well. I mean, Celine's not going to do all that much with 2 fire units here. For the Fire Ravi, she will get pushed up. Ooh, she is actually going to counter, and she heals, but notice how when we evade here, because of our evasion, she doesn't heal that much with Sigurd. There's that defense break coming in with the Sinful Angelica. Let's go ahead and S3 with Roy. Roy actually has additional 20% hit chance because of his Flame Alchemist buff. So there you go. We only have 30% chance to miss against Celine's evasion. So Roy is a pretty decent unit to counter Celine along with Fire Flan. And yeah, Sinful Angelica's immortality, preventing the revives, helping us once again. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and jump to the very last tower here, and this one I'm actually quite excited about because, well, the second team is very similar to the one we fought in the first team. Actually, I think it was the same as the first match. The first team here, though, is really funny because there's a Benimaru on defense, and the reason why Benimaru is here is because he punishes extra turn units. When you think about that, well, Young Senya is a very common counter into Harsh Seti, and Benimaru just happens to counter the Young Senya. Unfortunately though, the Zeo combo with Fire Flan works just as well into Harsetti, so we really don't have to care. In fact, the Benimaru will make our job a lot easier. We're going to use Zeo, go first. We're going to dual attack with the Fire Flan. Fire Flan is going to kill the Benimaru, right? And because that kills, then Elagos is going to proc. Elagos will go, hopefully kill the Fire Flan on the other side. If not, we'll just S3 into her and kill her anyway. It should be fine. If we go into the Harsetti with his S2, so be it. It's going to be a lot of damage. Might even kill. For the bottom team here, we're going to go with the Sinful Angelica once again. I mean, there's Arbiter Vildred on the other side. We're going to prevent revives, all that good stuff. And she can cleanse the New Moon Luna debuffs as well, so that's really, really strong. What we're going to change up, though, is instead of bringing in Watcher Shuri here, we're going to bring in Empyrean Ilanov, because I was a little bit iffy on how fast these New Moon Lunas can be. Like, mine personally is 280-something speed, so by speed imprinting my Sinful Angelica, it just didn't seem like it was right. Didn't seem like it was going to be that helpful. It would actually hurt me if this New Moon Luna was slower, so we got lucky in the first time. This time around, we're going to play it safe, and we'll just keep Empyrean Ilanov here. It'll prevent the New Moon Luna, or sorry, the ML Dragon Bride Senya on the other side from dealing a ton of damage with her S3. Melissa's going to be immortal because we're going to kill Arby with her, and hopefully we can just keep up that immortality for as long as possible so we don't die, right? She will be on her last, like, little bit of HP, but so will Sinful Angelica, and because they're 2 light units on the other side, they should not hit Melissa. They should be hitting Sinful Angelica instead. Sinful Angelica is a really good dark bait. By dark bait, it means that if there's if your opponent is using light units on their defense team, then you actually they'll all attack your light units, right? If they all have light units, they're gonna attack your dark units, whoever your dark unit is on your side. What we're gonna do here, actually, is we're just gonna S3. I think we're just going to kill the Benimaru. We're not gonna risk anything here. It's gonna be a win as long as we kill. So even though S3 is a really hard-hitting skill, we're just gonna kill Benimaru. Look at this. Greater attack by Felagos. Oh, almost kills the Harsetti. Didn't quite kill. It's fine. We'll go for an S3 here. This resource reduction at S3 prevents Fire Flan from evading. Boom, guaranteed kill there. And Elagos zooms down the Comet Reignis bar. Look at that. Harsetti's gonna S3, but too little too late. She's on her last legs. And while we don't have a greater attack buff, we'll still dual attack with Fire Flan because she has focus stacks. And there you go. Alright, so moving on into the second match here. Oh, no. Hang on. Wait, we might be dead. Hang on, we might be dead, guys. That's a greater attack buff, Arby. Oh no. Sinful Angelica, can you do this with the Empyrean Ilanov? I actually do not know. I did not expect the Arby to be that fast, actually. Faster than my Melissa, so that's not good. Arby has such a big barrier from this Dragon Bride Senya. I'd pretty much have to go for him though, and then we'll put up this Indomitable buff. If we reset the Dragon Bride Senya, so be it. We do not, okay? So this Senya is going to have 2 S3s that she can throw out, which is not ideal, but thankfully Sinful Angelica is immortal. We've had a Candlestick also keeping us alive, which is very nice. Let's go for just an S1. He's going to miss, unfortunately. But yeah, he's going to keep hitting Sinful Angelica, which is fine. Perfectly fine by me, because we have our immortality here. Let's go ahead and dual attack. Missed again, because we're blinded. Very unfortunate. Okay, there you go. Prophetic Candlestick procs again. Very nice. So we should... Okay, there you go. Proc the Dragon Bride Senya there. Sinful Angelica will now have another S3. We can basically have infinite immortality here, which is great. I would still want to try to kill my opponent as soon as possible, because if Empyrean Ilanov dies, we are doomed. We are doomed. And New Moon Luna, ooh, I hope she doesn't have enough effectiveness to strip us here. She does not, okay. Empyrean Ilanov is sealed, unfortunately. But I'm hoping that we can at least inflict a defense break here. There you go, beautiful. Now he can't revive. And Empyrean Ilanov healed a little bit from that S1 and from the Sinful Angelica heal. So there you go. Unfortunately, we are sealed, which means we cannot stop this, Dragon Bride Senya from actually dealing a ton of damage to us. We can't stop the defense penetration. Skill effect nullifier? Oh no, hang on. This is not good, this is not good. Okay, we didn't die, that's fantastic. Let's go ahead and soul burn. So defense break, we killed, we healed. Look at Sinful Angelica's heal, that was a giant heal there. So Sinful Angelica unfortunately does go down right now, but she did her job, right? She hung in there for us, even though Melissa died. I can't believe we were about to win this here. But yeah, Empyrean Ilanov against Dragon Bride Senya, we should have a pretty decent advantage because we can inflict injury onto her, and she doesn't have defense penetration against us. So we're going to stack as much injury as we can before we unleash a Soul Burn S1, which will detonate the injury. Right, we have defense penetration resistance, look at that, only 2,000 damage with her S3, and we're healing, every time we S1, we're healing 1.5k, right, which is more than this Dragon Bride Senya's S3 is doing. So we're going to go for one last S3, and then the following turn, we're going to Soul Burn the S1, right, so look, Dragon Bride Senya's going to S1, that's fine, and now we're going to go for this. Hopefully it kills by detonating the injury. And there you go, 16k damage. This couldn't be possible without the Sinful Angelica just sitting there tanking all of those light unit hits. So yeah, I guess, guys, the lesson here is Arbiter Vildreds are back on defense teams for some reason, but don't get cocky like I did. Make sure you check to see if that's actually a speed Arby or not. Alright, but with that being said though, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.